Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Nancy. I am a psychic. I am a medium. I am an animal intuitive, and I am here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific to answer your questions live. Now, I only have a few rules on my show. My first rule is that we don't ask questions about lost pets or lost people. If you want to book a lost pet reading, you can go ahead and go to my website at nancymello.com to book a lost pet reading. Thankfully, if you've been watching my stories, we found a lost pet from the 4th of July yesterday, so that's very exciting. So that's number one rule. Hello. Number two rule, besides not asking about lost pets. Generally, we ask one question per person so I can get to everyone. And also, I want to make sure that as far as connecting with people that have passed over, I like to get some more questions about now, present, what's going on, how can I help you? It's mid-July. How is everyone feeling? So let's start this off. Tell me where you are watching me from. Where in the world are you watching from? As always, the algorithm, how Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, how they work is it bases the algorithm. So you're going to want to make sure and like this post, share it, and comment. So that's why when I'm asking you where you're coming from, I'm genuinely interested in where you're watching from, but also it helps that Facebook algorithm. So it looks like we've got Drevi, excuse me if I mispronounced your name right. I white-announced that name. DeVry from Virginia. Hello. New sub here. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. DeVry, and again, if I white-announced it, I apologize, is over on my YouTube channel. Make sure if you haven't already that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. You can go overhead and go over to search for Nancy Mello Psychic Medium over on my YouTube. That helps me. Also, hello. We got South Africa. That's awesome. Welcome, South Africa. That's great. We've got California, Canada, Vermont, Arkansas. We've got someone else. We got Australia, Canada, Minneapolis. We've got a lot of countries and states and different areas of the world representing. Let me know where you are watching from. Is anyone in Europe up watching me late in the middle of the night? Are you having a hard time sleeping tonight? You're watching me over in Europe or South America? Let me know. I always love knowing where people are watching me from. Really quick announcement. If you haven't seen already, I've got a new name. My new name on Facebook and on Instagram is Nancy Mello Official. If you follow me, you saw that today we had a little bit of a crazy ride on Instagram. I had someone scamming me, must have bought 15,000 followers, and then started to scam people by asking people to send their Cash App. So what I did is after I emailed Instagram twice to try and get this account taken down, I changed my name. So my name on Instagram and Facebook is Nancy Mello Official. And I've also made some new rules. If I follow you, I'm going to message you before I follow you to let you know I'm doing it. And two, of course, I'm never, ever, ever going to ask if you want a reading via message. That's just against my principles. It's against what I do. I always vowed when I started doing this in the beginning that I was never going to ask someone if they wanted a reading. They had to ask me. So that's number two. This is your time to ask whatever. The more specific you ask, the better. As always, though, on TikTok, the only place my name hasn't changed is TikTok is nancy.mello and also YouTube. But that's where we haven't seen it at all. So we've got the new subscriber, and then I'm going to hit on Instagram. So how I do this, if you're joining me for the first time, and please keep letting me know where you are watching from. I'm going to I've got Instagram on my phone because Instagram doesn't translate as far as like doing it live. So I'm going to talk to Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and also possibly Twitter over on this screen. And on this screen, I'm talking to Instagram. So give me just a second, my Instagram family. Make sure you get your questions in now. So we've got Tampa getting ready to move to Houston, to board a plane to Houston. Stay safe. I am not going to answer any questions about lost pets on the show. She said, my friend Megan is broken up with Tucker. Any advice? I don't think he was worth it, Joanna. That's what I'm hearing from your friend Megan. Was not worth it. And I know that's easier said than done, but I just feel like he had some qualities that weren't the best in emulating as far as going long term. Sorry, I have some pandemic hair in my face. We've got Louisiana. Judy is asking when she's going to see her grandkids. Early fall, maybe late summer. So I already answered the Megan question. DeVree, who's the new subscriber on YouTube, says, I've been told 3 times I'm going to meet my life partner, and I'm starting to lose hope on that. So I wanted to know if I'd be meeting him this month. I don't think so. I think when we put a lot of expectations in time, first of all, time is fluid. If you look at the universe, and this is why clairvoyant work is hard, because time is fluid, right? So I believe in the butterfly effect, or it's called the chaos theory. In other words, even me just telling you a time frame is going to theoretically, scientifically change something, right? So that being said, I do feel like you meet your partner. I think it's going to be a ways off. In terms of timing, I'm hearing within the next year or two. I don't think it's going to be this month. I think that's a lot of pressure to put on someone to meet someone this month. I don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong. I don't see it happening. So no, Joanna is saying, do we pursue this guy that just broke up? No, we don't pursue him. If he broke up with you or with your friend, there's a reason why he broke up with you. We do not pursue. If we pursue, that makes us feel like we are needy, even if we are. No. Because if he's going to change his mind, he's going to do it on his own accord, and he's stubborn. But I just feel like in the end, those qualities, there was something off with him in terms of his qualities. Love Heart is the name on YouTube, is asking, what will my future spouse be like? I think they're going to be funny. That's kind of a broad question. It's kind of like, how do I like my coffee? It's a very kind of open-ended. I think they're going to be funny, tall. I just see kind of tall, dark, and handsome, kind of to give the generic answer. I literally almost said generic wrong. Has my twin flame Patrick helped Samantha go to? Whoa, this is kind of a deep question. Lots of buzzwords in this one. Has my twin flame, and then we've got the astral. We've got a lot of buzzwords in this. Has my twin flame Patrick helped Samantha to go out in the astral, going to her house in the astral and meeting her? I don't even know what this means, Moonstar. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Call me Lady R. I want to buy an apartment. Is this the right time to do so? No, it is not no, this is not the best time to do so. Absolutely not. If you can hold off at least until next spring, I would not buy an apartment right now. It is insane. Hello, my friend Steph, who is usually on Instagram. We've got Steph over on Facebook. She's here for a few minutes visiting from Alaska, safe and sound. I miss you so much, and I'm sending you so much love, Steph. We've got to catch up soon. So if any of you remember Steph on Instagram, who's up in Canada, oh my Lord, I am not speaking correct tonight. She's up in Alaska for the summer, being a badass guide, and she is doing well. And I'm sending you so much, Steph. If I did share a video of Steph, how close she got to the bears on one of my stories a few weeks ago, it was badass. Steph is a badass, and I'm sending her love. So she's saying, so someone lied to me. No, I mean, it's just that times are changing. The time is changing. It's not that someone lies to you. It's just another viewpoint. I mean, all I can tell you is I'm not lying to you. It's just what I'm feeling. But things can change. It's the chaos theory. Everything can change. So I understand what astro projecting is. I don't understand your question. I very much understand what the question is. So I'm going to go ahead and there was just a lot of buzz terms. Go ahead and make sure you like me over on Instagram. If you haven't already, I'm at Nancy Mello Official. If you're on Facebook, you haven't liked me over there. Okay, friends, on Instagram, Steph Sanders is saying, would love some clarity on the love life. The ex popping in your mind, I think that's more just you kind of reiterating what you want and you don't want. I don't think it has anything to do with him per se, but more your subconscious kind of digesting everything, if that makes sense. I think you might be tempted to talk to him. I don't think so. I just don't think it's the right time. I just think it's you kind of digesting that information. New moon blessings, and Twine says, yes. Happy new moon. We've got Mako baby. I had a job interview a few weeks ago and didn't get the job. I'm so sorry, Mako. I applied for a few other jobs. Will I be offered them? If you're not offered these, I feel like something is coming at the end of July. So we are at what? We are at early July. By the end of July, I feel like you're going to get something. But remember to cast your net wider. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Cast your net wider. Alicia, hello. Queen Drew is saying, when will my financial situation get better? When I think I'm ahead of something, something always happens. Oh gosh, I know that feeling. I feel like end of this year you're going to be back up. I do feel like what randomly I'm hearing there might be something accidentally being charged on your credit card, or there might be kind of a reoccurring charge, maybe from like a site, something like that. Check, just double check. And if I'm wrong, you just say the crazy psychic told me to do something. But I just feel like there's kind of an extra charge happening somewhere. The Queen drew. I hope that helps. This is an interesting question. Mila Blue is saying, what's the next event that will happen in my in-law family? Birth, marriage, or death? Birth. I'm hearing birth, but I could be wrong. That's a really interesting question. Why has Jay's communication been so off lately? We were so great before. I think he's just distracted by something. Honestly, I think everyone's kind of being a little bit wonky this summer. Everyone's kind of getting out. I feel like he's distracted. B-Atch is saying, will this next part-time job be a good decision? I think it'll be good. I mean, it's definitely not your dream job. I think that you will get the hang of it. Is it going to be awesome? It's going to be a job. It's going to be a job. My 10-year-old dog, Sammy, is slowing down a bit. Is he in any pain? I do feel like he has some joint pain. Beyond that, I'd want to do a reading with you. I don't like trying to get too much into technical health stuff over on live readings. I do feel like there's some joint pain. I think just petting him, talking to him gently is always a good thing. Roseanne Guida is saying, is Oscar's growl a play growl or is he upset? No, he's saying he wants you to leave. He wants to be left alone is what I'm hearing. Will I be, my new place of work, will I be okay? I think so. Same thing with you. I don't feel like this is for Desi, Rosie, Marie, Claude. I don't think it's going to be your ideal job, but I do think it'll be okay for you. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're hitting that comment, even just a hello or a heart. That always helps the algorithm. Nikki says, I had a dream where I had another reading with you and kept feeling like I'm being pulled to have another one. I will be doing another one soon. Okay, I'm telling you, you are not obligated to do a reading with me just because you have a session. Just because you have a dream of having a reading with me, no pressure. You are not obligated to do a reading with me just because you have a dream of doing so. Brooke HFM is saying, do you see anything good in my future? I do. I think that you have a lot of promise and potential in yourself. I'm going to quote RuPaul. I do this every single week. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love someone else? And I feel like in here, this is what's happening is this faith is you don't have your faith in here. But I do feel like you have a lot to offer. I feel like you have wonderful communication skills. I feel like you have a wonderful way of expressing yourself. You have great empathy. I think you have a lot to offer. It's just believing that you do. And I do feel like when you've been put down so much, when you've had kind of people in your life that have kind of knocked you down, it's hard to really believe that you have more to offer. And I'm going to tell another word that I often use. It's called pronoia. Pronoia is the belief that the universe is on our side. I talk about this every single week. Believe that the universe is trying to help you because it is. Syl is saying, do I see you changing jobs in the next 2 to 3 months? I don't think so. I do not think so. Okay, Instagram fam, keep commenting. I'm going to go back over and check on the chat over on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I know I keep asking about this, but will my UK citizen Damien ever be able to come over and be with me? I think you got to work this thing out with him, Stephanie. You know, we've talked about this before. I think you're going to meet up again. Honestly, I feel like you might meet up in Canada for some reason. Like you might meet halfway. You need to talk to him, Steph, and I'm sending you love. If he helped her to get out of her body, like him to help her. So did she pass? I'm still confused by this question. So if he helped her get out of her body, or is it just to help her actually project? Yes, I love Steph is saying, thanks for the shout out. I love the bear videos. That was awesome. We've got Stacy saying, will I meet someone worth it this month? I think it depends on what you think of as worth it. I think that you're going to meet people. Worth it? I mean, I don't see anything that's going to knock you off your feet. I think you're going to meet people that are kind of leading you to more quality people. I think that everything, even if it's a negative thing, is helping us grow. Hence pronoia. The universe is always working in our favor. So are you going to be swept off your feet this month? No. But that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad month. It just means that you're working towards something bigger and better. What does my friend Joa think of you? I think they're a little uncertain, a little confused. Maybe what I'm hearing is mixed messages. Mixed messages. how can I help my dogs not to bark when I leave? I know Coco has anxiety and I've tried a lot. How can I help my dogs not to bark when we leave? Okay, so a couple of things you can do to help your dogs bark when you leave. Number one is I want you to talk to them. This goes for anyone. You say, okay, I'm going to be back at 5 p.m. You talk to your dog like you talk to a toddler is how I explain it. So you say, okay, I'm going to be back at 5 p.m. I'm going to be da, 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 da. This is what you do. You explain to them. You also let them know that they're safe and they're not going anywhere. If I were working with you, one of the things I would do is, and you can do this at night, you can close your eyes and you can visualize this. You can picture them in your mind and you can say their name and then you can say, you are not going anywhere. Because part of separation anxiety comes from not wondering that they're going to be abandoned. So that's something you can help them with just on your own. It's just visualization and telling them you're not going to leave them. Other than that, you can try booking an appointment. NancyMello.com is where you do that, just so we can get some more insight. But that's just kind of a rough idea on what you can do to get your dog to stop barking. Devery says, should I just give up looking for a mate and have a baby on my own? I don't think you give up. I just think that you don't actively look. You actively rest and you allow the universe to show you someone. And, it's just about, it's like what I tell people about when you're trying to feel someone or a pet in spirit. And it's really hard after they just pass because your body, your soul just wants to see them. And generally you don't get signs when your body is just aching for that, when your soul is just aching that. It happens when you kind of let go of grief and you just kind of let it happen. Same thing with spouses, same thing with wonderful relationships. It always seems to just happen. Some of my best friends are those that just kind of happened. Believing that the universe is working in your favor, though, believing in that idea of pronoia goes a long way. And just saying, okay, I know the universe is helping me. I'm going to know, now that I believe that I'm being led, now I can keep just going on, working on myself and working on being fulfilled. I hope that helps. Do I see you taking a trip in the next 2 years? I think so. I see up north. Cheryl's saying, do I see you getting a dog by the end of the year? Yes, I do. Okay. We've got Maria says, tell me anything you want. I don't know if that's a question. What would you like to know, Maria? I think you're a sweetheart. I mean, I think you're a sweetheart. I think you're sensitive. I think you allow yourself to be vulnerable, which is wonderful. But I think that sometimes people take advantage of that and then it leaves you guarded, right? So you have this wonderful dichotomy of both sides where you're super sensitive, but then you don't let people in. My advice is kind of to put up a little bit more boundaries and borders. But also, I think that you have some really good people around you that really genuinely do love and care about you. We've got, what do I see about your friend's recovery in the next couple of weeks? I think it's going to be slow and steady. Slow and steady is what I'm hearing. We've got Sheni is saying, I'm so sorry. She said, I lost my job. Will I get a new job and will it be a good job with a new boss? I'm hearing August for you, Sheni, but like I tell everyone else, please I want you to apply for everything. I mean, this is not a time to be hesitant. Apply for everything. As far as a good job, as far as a good boss, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the best ever on a scale of 1 to 10. I would say they're going to be a 5. And I do feel like it's going to be a she. All right. I'm going to come over to Instagram for a second. Remember that you can book a reading. I always love hearing the reading booking sign during the sound, during the reading, during the live. It always makes me so happy. It's NancyMello.com. I still do have some openings for Saturday. Okay. Someone else is asking about a dog or puppy for the next year. Hello, Ali Mama. Give Henry some love. Will I get a puppy or dog in the next year? I do. I feel like by spring you will. So hard to believe in pronoia after 19 years of hard luck. I need a sign. I feel you. I used to be very half full, glass half full person. And I think it just took, for me at least, I'm just going to speak for me personally, it took little signs and little belief, little faith. So and it's something, you can't, pronoia is very immense to believe in it as a whole, right? But if you are just driving and you get stopped at a stoplight, instead of being like, oh, I'm trying to make that stoplight, you just say there's a reason for this stoplight. So that's a really kind of easy way to kind of go into that belief system without feeling overwhelmed or without it feeling like a religion, right? Without all the crap involved with it. So yes, exactly, Abby. Exactly, Abby. My dog's talking. So it's about believing in that little stuff. Like, okay, so if I get stopped at a stoplight, if I am running late, there's a reason for it. And then trusting that. I know that like yesterday, we ran and got groceries and I had a session in a half hour and there was traffic ahead. And the old Nancy about 10 years ago would be like, oh, why am I stuck in traffic? Blah, blah, blah. I've got to get to my reading. And please turn that off. And instead I said, I am so grateful that whatever is causing this traffic, that we aren't in an accident. That's how I looked at it. And it just, at least, at the very least, it helped my stress level. And I still was able to make it down in time for my session. So it's about, at least it's those little things that can really help. Why is my brother Dennis not returning my calls? Because he's a jerk, Lori. And I'm something you love. Dennis is just a jerk, Lori. We've got lots of people joining. Switching to sales at work, will I be successful? No, I think you are going to be successful. I do. I think you have a great persona. I think people like to chat with you. No. I think what's holding you back is you. And this is for Gonza225 on Instagram. I want to hear how you do. I think you're going to be doing really amazing, but I want you to like get it, girl. Like I want you to just go in there and be like, I can sell ice to Eskimos, because I do feel like you'll be successful. We've got, let's see, and if I'm not catching you right away, I apologize. How is Shiloh feeling about my family and my kids staying over? They don't like the noise. They do not like the noise. What do my pets want to tell me? I'm just going to answer one for you so I can catch back over. So Frankie the dog needs to get outside. Very anxious energy. Needs to get outside more. That's what I'm hearing. Needs to get outside. Give me, Fuzalai is looking for a new job, had 2 interviews. What do I need to do differently? I think just be yourself. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's like me. If I was scripted and, very, it wouldn't be the same. Be relatable. And I feel like during these interviews, Fuzalai, and this goes for everyone, sometimes being a little stiff, and I'm not saying you're stiff, but sometimes being a little, because when we get nervous, we get kind of tight. And what I have to do, and this is even when I'm laying down, start being aware of your body when you get anxious. I know for me, where I feel anxiety is actually in my quadriceps, in the upper part of my leg. But when you feel kind of that tightening, where do you feel it? Do you feel it in your arms? Do you feel it in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your legs? And when you're able to identify where you feel that tightening, you can actually let it go and relax. So try it. If you just the next time you feel kind of tense, where are you feeling it? And then purposely release it. It's amazing. Like, I can't believe that I'll be laying there trying to fall asleep and I'll be like, why can't I fall asleep? And I'll realize that I'm tense for some reason. Like, I'm still like that. And I have to actually tell myself to physically relax. Try that. I'm sending you love. So I am going to hit back over to chat. Have I ever communicated with insects? That's a wonderful question on YouTube. I never communicated with insects. I do try and treat them with the utmost respect. When we find spiders and flies in the room, we try and get them out. But I would love to try. Honestly, I've communicated with fish. I've communicated with whales, snails, but not insects. So no, that's a really interesting question. We've got, when will I get married? Will it be a good husband? I would hope that if you get married, it's to someone good, because I wouldn't want you to get married to someone bad. And I hope that you only get married to someone that you love, not out of obligation, because we don't have to get married. We can be in long-term relationships and be just as happy. Remember that marriage is a social construct. And I'm not saying, I've been married 13 and a half years and I love my husband very much, but it's not for everyone. So if that's what you're focused on, is just getting married, that's the wrong focus to have. Instead, change your focus to, I want to be with someone healthy. I want to be with someone that appreciates me, that values me, that I can learn from. That's more the focus. We have YouTube. Would moving to New York or Georgia be okay? I think I'm hearing New York. If you're giving me a choice, New York. North. Go north. North is what I'm hearing. So that is what I'm hearing. Go ahead. Look up pronoia, the belief that the universe is in our favor. I'm hitting up my website to answer questions on Instagram. Edna Quitty is saying, do I think that dreams are warnings? That she has the most crazy nightmare with a snake. So dreams can be both ways. Oh, wait a minute. We've got a scammer on our hands. 1 second. We've got to block them. And all right. Sorry about that. We've got a scammer. I wonder, I could ask them if they know the scammer that was trying to scam me on Instagram today. Um, so anyway, so you were asking, I apologize. Okay, so our dreams warning. So look at dreams a couple of different ways. Dreams are either our subconscious, and I mean, this goes back to Freud, right? And Freud had some good ideas, but it goes back to two ways. It's either our subconscious working through stuff, or it can be a warning. What I feel, because I've had a lot of freaky dreams, is that it's more our subconscious warning us or working through things. And sometimes they can get crazy. Unless you are truly prophetic, and I have known people that are truly prophetic. I actually had a client whose dog I found a few weeks ago, and she said that the reason why she believed in me was actually that her dad had prophetic dreams. So unless you are known as having prophetic dreams, if you have seen a car crash as a dream and then it's happened in front of you or something like that, and I'm saying legitimately, not just having a bad feeling, but if you've had legitimate dreams, it generally starts in childhood, but it can come after a traumatic event where you start opening up, the third eye. Unless that's happened, I would say take all of your dreams, as scary as they are, and this is hard for me to believe as well, but take them as your subconscious working through things. The snake is only in your case. The snake is just a sign of something. The snake is showing you something. So look at what the snake represents. What does it represent to you? That's what I would kind of turn it around on you, and I hope that helps. MJ Young says, do you see my father moving closer to me in the next 6 months? I think at the later part of the 6 months, and I think he's going to come kicking and screaming. But yes, I do. Looking for a new job. Will I be successful? I honestly, Mr. Frankie, to you, which I love, and I know you come on every week. I think you're going to have some duds before you hit that success. I think there's going to be a couple of jobs that you are just doing because it's a job. And unfortunately, we've all been there. But I do feel like in the next year or two, you're going to finally find something that just clicks and you're going to know it when you see it. But you might have to take a few things that are just not your cup of tea until that happens. Speaking of which, let me know how many times have you watched this? Are you a first time watcher of Nancy Night, or is this something that you watch every night every night? That would be exhausting. Every Friday. How many times have you watched me? What's going on? I would love to see that while we're waiting. How much longer can my aged mother live alone? I think this is for Chacha Keen. I'm white announcing names. I apologize. That's what I get for being a white girl. How much longer can my aged mother? She's going to hold out as long as she can. Lady Lindsay, so proper. I've been given the chance to adopt a dog named Storm. Should I take him in at this time in my life? I can't tell you for sure without looking at him. I would say if you look at him and you what I would do is ask yourself and look at his picture, and whatever the first answer you get, trust that. So if it's yes, yes. If it's no, then back away and trust your instincts. We've got some wonderful people joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know how many times you've watched this show. Fourth time from Michigan. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me, Pete. We've got Abby Unafraid. We got Abby's family on tonight. Oh, yes. My son thinks it's the dog that's joining us. Second time from Ottawa. She's stubborn. Yes, she is, and she's going to continue to be stubborn. The stubborn ones always live the longest. Jinxie says it's her first time watching live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 63 Carletta is saying, any advice on the side hustle? I want you to push it hard and push that social media hard. Push the social media hard. Hello, Abby Unafraid, sending you love, sending your whole family love tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. We have got, Jenny says, I have been watching you for 6 months. Well, thank you so much, Jenny. Claps to Jenny. Can anyone beat 6 months? Can anyone beat 6 months? Has anyone been watching me since I started doing this on Friday nights about a year ago? It'll be about a year coming up in August. Can anyone say that they've been watching me since August? Since September? Let me know. So Grace on YouTube is saying, will my daughter realize her dream of being a teacher? I don't know about teaching. I do feel like she's going to be doing something in that arena, though. Maybe some kind of physical therapy or speech therapist, something in that arena. I do. We've got Connie saying, welcome. I'm a first timer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us, Connie. We've got Ayana saying, this is my second time watching from TikTok. Should I get another dog? Is this a good idea? Without seeing the, okay, well, you don't have a dog picked out. So let me answer you from that regard. Should I get another dog? I think it has to, so I'm sorry, I'm going to make it complicated. I think it has to be the right dog. I think that what I'm seeing for you is a smaller dog, not like teacup size, but a little bit more manageable. Not shepherd. I would say kind of, like mini poodle-ish or something like that. I would say a smaller dog, but definitely, I would definitely check on the temperament, make sure it's something that is, you need a very chill, laid back dog. Affy is saying it's the first time watching me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for watching me. And we've got Debbie, we've got my dog. Ayana just says, my dog just passed. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ayana. And she says she's been watching me about a month. Thank you so much. The website to book a session is nancymello.com. The months blend together, but months come and go for sure. For Once Wildlife says she has been watching every Friday since November, and I agree. And actually, fun fact, For Once Wildlife, who is a wonderful wildlife refuge up in New England, she is the one that gave it Nancy Night, because that's what her husband would call it, because she would sit and she would bottle feed her animals, and he would say, oh, is it Nancy Night? So that's how I started calling my show Nancy Night, was because of For Once Wildlife. Love Nancy Nights. I've been watching you since last November or December. That's Just Me Rose. Thank you so much. Second time from Ontario. That's Entwine Love. Thanks so much for joining me, Entwine Love. Third time, Roki Pokey. I sent a question in the question box. Send it again. If I missed it, I apologize. We have got, gosh, I don't remember when I started watching you were doing the COVID reports. Yep, I have. And it's funny, if you remember my COVID reports from this past year, I said that this summer, and I was thinking about this yesterday, I was talking about the summer that there were going to be hot spots and some things were going to be closing down. And that's actually what you're seeing. Not bravo me, I'm not saying that, but just because it's cool how it's kind of working out. Allie says she's been watching since October. Excellent. Thank you so much, Allie. And Illustrated Pup, was my roommate's chicken wandered away or was she snatched? Was a chicken, how did the chicken cross the road? In other words, was it snatched up or did it just wander across the road? What do you think, Abby? What do you think? Abby thinks it was wandered away. Abby thinks it wandered away. I'm going with wandered away. Oh, and of course we've got Stephanie who ended up booking me. Thank you so much. Stephanie just booked me. My lovely Steph from Alaska, sending you love. I can't wait to chat with you. I think she wandered away. I don't think she was snatched. I think she wandered away. Please read my question in the question box. Did she just wander away? She's gone today. I'm moving next month and I'm choosing to help my old cat Finn cross over before the move. I don't want to put him through the stress. Is he okay with this? I think he is. I think I want you to just gently. I think so. I think it's going to be a hard decision, but I think so. I think so. I'm so sorry. That's such a tough situation. But I think it's time. I think the move is going to be too tough for him. My friends, we're going to go about 5 more minutes before my son passes out. That's generally the line we draw, is that I don't know how many times my son has, since my husband deployed, that we have found my son passing out next to the screen. We've got first time here, Mary. Anything for me, Mary? Ask me a specific question and I will give a specific answer. Jennifer saying, will me and Ryan end up back together? I don't think so. I'm so sorry. We've got my friend from Sri Lanka is desperate. When will she get a job? Maybe by September. I think it's, I mean, unfortunately, I think the next month and a half is going to be rough for her. I think by September, it's going to be a hard time for her. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to her. We've got Shangri-La Lane, who is she has a wonderful shop in Texas, and she is amazing. I know she's been watching me for a while when she can, but she's a small business owner and also a wonderful mentor of mine to answer any business questions. So Shangri-La Lane, if you've got a question, I've got an answer for you, as always. Lenita over on YouTube is asking if she can answer a question. Ask me a specific question to get a specific answer. Mary is asking what's going on with the man I've been seeing. Honestly, my gut is Mary. I mean, I think he's okay, but I don't see it lasting. I think he's a little bit, he hasn't been exactly honest with you. I feel like you're more serious about him than he's serious about you. And I just think that's, unfortunately, I wish I felt better. I wish I could tell you it's rainbows and sunshines. I feel like you're more serious about it than he is. Why hasn't B communicated with me yet? Sorry, my nose is itching. We're engaged and in long distance because of COVID. So your fiance isn't communicating with you? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's so tragic. Oh, that's a good question. On it, I don't know if I want to answer this on the air. I don't have the best feeling about why he's not communicating though. I will say that. I don't have the best feeling. And I hope I'm wrong. I just don't feel like it's a good reason. I don't feel like it's I don't feel like he's hurt. I don't feel like it's a physical thing, but I don't feel like it's a good thing that he's not communicating with you. Oh, we got May saying, do I have a future with Luca? I don't think so. You can go ahead and book a session at nancymillo.com. Let's set some happy questions in here. I've been watching you for a few months. Lady Lindsay. Love Nancy Night. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Thank you for embracing my gift. I love it. I never thought that I would be embraced like this before. Four Wands Wildlife says she's still feeding babies while she watches Nancy Night. She needs to set up a time for her to read Jude. If you follow Four Wands Wildlife on Instagram, if you don't, you need to follow her on Instagram. She right now has a hedgehog that I'm asking to read just because I've never read a hedgehog. So Four Wands Wildlife, she has the cutest pictures of baby animals. Covered in goosebumps when you spoke. That's a yes for me so hard. I'm so sorry, Roki Pokey. Even if you want to book like a 15-minute session just to get that closure before you put them down, let me know. I'm happy to help. Hi, Abby. Abby says she's sorry too. So did everyone catch that video that I posted today about how animals communicate with us when we're sad? So this is a really good example, is that we're talking about putting an animal down, and I talk about how animals react to our emotions, right? And here is my black lab. Oopsie daisy. Here's my black lab. Sorry, Abby. Abby, come here. Here's my black lab that immediately came over and wanted to get attention and wanted to get love. So it just goes to show you that animals are very sensitive to what we need, huh? And so Abby is feeling that kind of stress and sadness that I'm feeling for you. And so she's coming over and she's telling me, it's okay, Mom. It's okay. I'm trying to take care of you. So I'm going to give her a pet and I'm going to say, thank you, Abby. Thank you for being a good girl. Thank you for being a good girl. And I'm letting her know that I appreciate her. Because now she's trying to comfort me and she's trying to soak that energy, that negative energy and that sad energy away from me. Huh, sweet girl. Thank you, sweet much. So much. So sorry. So just a little break to see the Abby girl. What a sweet pup. Yes. Oh, and then she says, oh, and I'm sorry. It's not a hedgehog. It's a porcupine. Four Wands Wildlife wants me to say, I apologize. It's a porcupine and I want to read the porcupine. And that's why I love talking to people. So It's Me Lori is asking about how my friend is doing. My friend, if you follow me on, follow my stories, I have a friend that was in the hospital this week. She actually had major brain surgery and she actually left the hospital today. She was actually just texting me right before I got on live. She was released today. She has a really cool scar all the way down the back of her head, but she is feeling great. And I am just overjoyed because even though like I felt like she was going to be okay, and I was all prepared to teach her as many curse words as she needed to know. If any of you know me, have had readings with me, I curse. I would say I curse like a sailor, but my husband is an active duty sailor and I curse worse than him. And so I always tease Lindsay that I would totally teach her all the curse words again if she forgot how to talk because they were going deep in her brain. But unfortunately for me, she knows how to talk just fine, so I can't teach her some things. So maybe I'll have to teach her some new curse words. So no, but Lindsay is doing much better and maybe she'll join us next week. Abby is saying we have a kitten named Pumpkin. How does she feel about his new home? I feel like he likes something about Abby. He likes the box. He likes the box. He likes the little safe area that he's in. Just me, Rose. Will Gigi ever let me pet her or hold her? Pet her, yes. Hold her, I don't think so. Not at least not in the near term future. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping now. We've got, I'm new, can I be added? All you have to do is ask a question. Will me and Islas marry each other? I think so. End of the year. End of the year, early next year, I feel like you're getting married. We've got over on Twitch. Thanks for joining me on Twitch. If my daughter's horse Simon is happy, I think so. I feel like he needs more exercise. What Jim Libra, my ex, will feel if he sees me talking to his friend Tay Capri. He's not going to like it. I don't think anyone would like it. I mean, if your aim is to get him a little jealous, I think that's you would succeed in that. And that was for over here, and they are, Jen says, and we've got some good saying that Abby is the cutest puppy, which she totally is. Remember, just a heads up, these are my new names. It's Nancy Mello Official on Facebook, and also over on Instagram, it's Nancy Mello Official. So just so you know, Nancy Mello Official is the new name. If you see it, that's me. And also, if you haven't added me on TikTok, we've got some cool conversations going on TikTok at nancy.mello is how you're going to find me there. Lori has now joined. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Happy Friday night. We've got, so what can I do about my puppy's new tummy issues? I feel like there's a slight allergy going on. Something about his food. But I would check with the vet, or we can talk more offline. I feel like something's off with his food. Something's off with his food, I think. But check, DM me offline on my personal account, please, and I can answer that. Shani is saying something about her father. Well, my father got a job. He lost his job last year due to COVID. I think by the end of the summer he'll get another job or his job back. Should I continue with the medical administration? I think so. It's too hard. I see you in the medical field. Maybe stepping down, something in the medical. I do feel you in the medical field. And my friends over on Facebook, I'm going to go and YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. I'm going to end this now. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. NancyMello.com is where you